Hey guys, sorry I'm a little late on all this. My retarded self left the camera at the barn the night I was going to film it, and so now I'm late. But here we go on my New Year's resolutions. So, for myself, I got a few for myself as far as riding goes and horses overall. And so here they are. Number one is to get back into riding. When Gypsy was pregnant, I was sort of inconsistent about riding because you can only ride up to a point, and her hormones were crazy and I didn't want to really deal with that. And then two is get an actual barrel saddle. I have a little synthetic one that I use, but I don't have a legit barrel saddle. So that's one of my goals. It's not really a resolution, but it's a goal. Get back into showing. I showed a little bit back in Tennessee, but they were just little fun shows, nothing too serious. I want to do a few shows with Gypsy once we are really comfortable with what we're doing as far as riding goes. Number four is start reining lessons. Reining is something that has really caught my interest ever since I first started riding. I just thought it was so amazing, and English with dressage just I didn't really like it, so reining is definitely for me. Number five is get a trailer. I really want a trailer so I can haul my horses where I need to go, but that's sort of like buying a car. You have to wait for the right one, so it's pretty much a goal. Number six is get a trainer. I've been a little iffy on it because I've had a few bad trainer experiences in the past. I'm all for getting trainers, but I'd rather get the right one than be degraded having that person and just making the wrong decision. And going on to Gypsy, I have 5 goals for Gypsy this year. Number one is more saddle time. I really want to get into riding her a whole lot more. There's only so much I can do because of my mom's hours, but once I can drive, I'm definitely going to be riding a whole lot more. Number two is softness. I really want to get Gypsy nice and soft and supple because before we bred her, she was really nice and soft, and I didn't really have to give a lot of leg pressure or put too much on the reins. She'd just go where I wanted, but since she's been pregnant and I haven't been riding regularly, she's not as soft as I would really like her to be. Number three is trails. I really want to get back into trail riding. I haven't done it in about a year and a half. I really miss it, but we don't have many set trails, so it's either riding on the road where you risk cars, and some of the drivers in Virginia scare me. So I'm really hoping to rent a trailer, go out to some park, and go on some trails with Gypsy. I think it'd be really fun this year. Number four is hackamore. I have a hackamore, and I had it on a bridle for a while, but I never really worked with Gypsy, and then my bridle broke because I was working with the horse, and he went a little crazy and ran me into a tree and broke the bridle. So now I have to get a new bridle and really start working with that, since that's one of my goals. And number five is needle fear. Now, my dear horse Gypsy is terrified of needles. One day we couldn't be out there when she was getting her vaccinations, and we had some of the people at the barn that we were boarding at hold her, and I don't know what happened, but since that day she has refused to get a shot. Before then she would stand nicely, let the vet give her shots, whatever, it didn't matter, but since that day she has gone crazy. She doesn't rear anymore, but she used to rear and try to bite. It was horrible, and now all she does is slat her head and break needles, but we can easily work on that. The vet might give me a few pointers on how to really fix it. All we can do is try to keep her as calm and as stress-free, because once she gets stressed, she freaks out. And moving on to Leo. Being so young, there's only so much I can do for him, so I only have 3 resolutions for him. Number one is more desensitizing. I really want to get Leo sort of bomb-proof before I start him under saddle in the next 2 years. And so I've been working a lot on desensitizing him to situations and things. He's been working with a tarp, plastic bags, and dogs. I'm hopefully going to start walking him down the road, getting him used to cars, because we discovered he is afraid of cars. So that might be a video I might work with the help of my mom and a careful driver. I'm not going to go down the street and just walk him and wait for a driver that I don't know. I would not do that to my horse. And number two is obstacle courses, sort of fitting in with desensitizing. I would really like to do competitive trail at some point, and so I figured it'd be really fun to start it on foot with Leo, so that when he's older he might be a little familiar with the obstacles. And number 3 is to learn more about him. I really want to know every single thing about Leo before I start riding with him, since I have the opportunity to do that. So if anything goes wrong and he has a bad habit, it's my fault. Or if there's something that makes him tick and frustrated and scared, I want to know about that so I know how to handle it before I ride. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more tutorials, and definitely comment below if you want to see something specific. We'll see you guys later.